our year to date for 2022. So for quarter one, happy to say that our net profit is a total of $13,955.59. How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to week number 13 of what I like to call my 5 to 9 after the 9 to 5. So what we have here is the high level hourly summary for the week. And basically before I get started on that, just wanted to let you know that it is the end of the quarter. So I wanted to show you my progress on how we're doing. And it's important to know how you're doing for the quarter so you can pretty much cover yourself on your quarterly taxes. So either if you're trading full-time as self-employed, or if you have a W-2 and you're trading on the side, it's quite important to pretty much take care of the quarterly taxes so you don't owe a lot of money once it's time to do taxes or be penalized for it just because you're not paying enough. But essentially, that'll be at the end of the content, or if you can't wait, just check out the job description below. I always do add timestamps on the different sections that we have every week. So as you can see on our chart here, we only did 2 trades for the week, and I'm gonna bring the vertical lines here just to show you exactly where the trades were. You can see on this first trade, we went long. It was actually kind of definitely a good entry in the beginning that I could have exited, but it ended up becoming a V reversal there on Monday. So with 20 contracts here, we had a net profit of essentially $943. And I do have a link above of the YouTube short that I posted regarding this trade. And then on our second trade of the week here, it was a total of 18 contracts. I again did long, went through the process of another V again, and pretty much it was a net profit of $193.50. So I just got lucky on that one. So I want to say on these 2 trades, they were both similar type trades where I was trying to average down as it was falling, and that's never a good way of trading. But we got out positive this week, and that's what's important to me. But it's a habit that I definitely don't want to keep continuing because it can bite you, and it's definitely bit me in the past and has blown up my account. So we're skipping the trade analysis this week just because I want to do that other content towards the end. And this is our account statement. It's currently April 1st. So yes, our total is real. It's not an April Fool's joke. It's about 6:31 p.m. in the Pacific Coast. So basically on our account statement here, we are going from March 27th, Sunday, to today, April 1st, 2022. And if we look at the description here, wanted to point out that we did withdraw $2,000. And a lot of that is really, to help me pay some expenses, and really I'm preparing for my quarterly taxes. So I'm trying to pay that in advance, and basically the quarterly taxes for Q1 is due on April 15th. And then if you look at the rest of the description here, we didn't have any mark to market, which is great. So but pretty much the withdrawal of $2,000, which will add to our ending cash balance. So our ending cash balance for this week was $26,827.41, but we did withdraw $2,000, so we'll add that back to our total. And our starting cash was $27,690.91, and that gave us a total of $1,136.50 for the week. And hourly rate for an equivalent 40-hour work week in the US, that would have been an hourly rate of $28.41. And our consistency, basically the number that I keep going back to where I measure my consistency, is the percentage per week. And basically with our net profit this week divided by the starting cash, we have a percentage of 4.10%. So quite happy with that percentage there. Again, my reach goal is 10%, but really happy with anything between 2 to 7. That's pretty much has been my average, and compounding every week, you definitely see the results on how you're doing. So this is the Excel sheet that you're probably seeing in some of my content. I try to do this on mid-year and end of the year updates. I wanted to do it quarterly for the year 2022, and if you wanted a copy of it, feel free to check it out. I have a free copy on the description below. So essentially, it's how I measure or basically keep track of how I'm doing every week. So, every column here, I list my starting cash and my ending cash. Then, of course, I list down my deposits and withdrawals. And then here is my net deposit and withdrawal. And you can see that I have highlighted a negative number as green because that's money I'm withdrawing. So to me, that's a good thing, right? Essentially, it's just negative there because I am taking away from my trading account. And it's red when I deposit money to it because I see that as losing money from something that I have quick access to. But it is a positive on there because it's adding to the trading account. And basically the deposits and withdrawals, that helps me keep track of how we're doing every week. So every week you can see here, we've only had one red week, thankfully, so far. And if you're a fact checker and you want to double check these numbers, feel free to check out my, the rest of my content on my YouTube here. And basically, if you scroll down to some of my playlists, you can see that we have our 2022 playlist here where I go through essentially every week the transparency of how we're doing. Just so, if you were curious and wanted to double check, make sure the numbers were accurate. And as you can see on this column, what I just do is a running total. So I add up what our net profit is every week, and we have a running total on the right. And the important part for me is the percentage. So you can see that, I'm aiming for that average 7% as much as possible. We did have some 20% weeks and that horrible negative 41%, but I try to not have those kind of weeks because really I'm aiming for consistency. And something interesting I wanted to point out here is I've only had one red week, but it was a big loss. That was negative 10,000. And I've had 12 green weeks so far, which had average of about 2,014 every week. So it goes to show that win-loss ratio doesn't really matter that much. I know some people like to measure through off of that, but it's really important how much your wins are average and your losses are year to date for 2022. So for quarter one, happy to say that our net profit is a total of $13,955.59. And basically that's the number that's showing here on our running total. And if you just wanted to double check, essentially our net account delta here, if I highlight it, which does the sum, and we look at the number below, that does show you that $13,955.59. So been a great Q1 so far. Hopefully we can continue this. Last year I was around at this point, but definitely had a really bad Q3, or was it Q2, where I blew up my account. But I think that this year I'm a better trader, and I'm not trying to go for the moon type trades, trying to be more consistent and focusing on my system. So hopefully you are learning from what I'm showing you, or you're picking up that I'm really focusing more on my system and the psychological parts of it. And if you do that, the money will come. Hope you enjoyed the content that I showed this week. This is my quarterly update. It is not an April Fool's joke. These are real numbers. Quite happy with our progress here. If you didn't enjoy or like anything that you saw this week, give me another chance, and hopefully on the next content you'll like what you see. All right, have a good one.